students, welcome you all in online session of English. Students, in last lecture we were studying poem Animals written by Walt Whitman, and we completed stanza number 1 and 2, and in those two stanzas we read that as Walt Whitman has given a good and very beautiful contrast between human world and animal world, and here he is doing favor of animal world because he says that animals are much better than human beings. How? Because they never make a complaint towards anyone, either to human being or to God for their deeds, and they never get weep and cry over their actions, and they get satisfied in that whatever they have. So they never get jealous from others. They always remain happy in those things, whatever they have. But besides human world, human beings, they never get satisfied. They always make complaint towards God for those things which they are unable to get. And they always now complain about their destiny, about their luck. And now they are not satisfied in anything. So here, now poet has got frustrated with this human world, and he is much fed up, so he wants to leave this human world and wants to join animal world. So now this thing we have read in stanza number 1 and 2, and today we are going to study stanza number 3 and 4. So before seeing explanation, let's recite the poem as stanza number 3 and 4. Now, not one is dissatisfied, not one is demanded with the mania of owning things. Not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. So they show their relations to me, and I accept them. They bring me tokens of myself, they evince them plainly in their position. I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way used times ago and negligently drop them? Students, now let's have a look on hard words. Demented. Demented means affected with madness. Mania. Mania means madness. Owning. Owning means possessing. Kneels means bands. Tokens means symbols. Evince means to show. Position. Position means ownership. Negligently. Negligently means in a careless manner. Now students, as I told you, this poem is a free verse. There is no rhyme scheme here, because see, here the first line last word with, and second line last word things, and third line that, and fourth line ago. Not a single word is rhyming with another word. So that's why here no rhyming scheme is there. And now let's have explanation of this poem. Here's stanza number 3. Students, as stanza number 3 is there, not one is dissatisfied, not one is demanded with the mania of owning things, not one kneels to another. So here poet is saying, not one is dissatisfied. It means now animals do not possess material things like human, and they can happy and satisfied. It means no one is dissatisfied, means they are not affected with madness. Who? Animals. They are not touched, they are not affected with madness. Now according to poet, what is madness? He said that as the will and wish to get all the things in the world, the desire of which has affected human beings very badly. It means now here unsatisfied, dissatisfied desires which are present in human beings. Now animals are without them. So they are not having this madness. They are not demented. And the mania of owning things. It means they are not having this madness to get more and more things. Now, not one kneels to another, nor to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. And now they never kneel. Kneel means now they never bend to another. It means they never get bent before other people and not to his kind that lived thousands of years ago. They never get bent before others and even before God to get things in more and more quantity. And not one is respectable nor unhappy over the whole earth. And according to these animals, no one is respectable and they are not unhappy with anyone in this world, because here human beings are having this nature that if they are having any intention to get anything from a person, then they start doing flattering and they start bending before that person or even before the God, and they try to make happy, they try to make pleasant God to get things. But now here poet is saying that animals are not having this kind of nature. They are free from the habit of praying to their ancestors even. Because as human beings all do fasting and so many rituals and so many religion activities and so many other things according to their mentalities, they lead on to make their ancestors happy, to make God happy, but animals do not do any kind of things like this. And now here poet is saying that as no one is respectable, means that since all of them are equal, there is no question of respect to some and insult to others. All these features of animals make them happy and uncomplaining. It means now they are always satisfied, they are not having any madness to get things more and more, and then they never try to make happy either their ancestors or to God. So they are without all these things, that's why they are very happy and contented. Students, now next stanza number 4. So they show their relations to me and I accept them. Now here, as animals are not having these kind of things like human beings, and which I don't like, and I like all the habits of animals. So that's why. So they show their relation, they show their real affections towards human beings, which I like and which I accept, and about what I am fond of. Now he says that animals represent human beings in some ways, and now they bring me tokens of myself, they evince, they plainly in their position. So this means that animal seems to have what human once had, virtues like kindness, self-contentment and innocence. They symbolize the lost values of human race. And I wonder where they get those tokens. Now tokens means now symbols. The symbols of love, kindness, cooperation and now helpful nature. Now animals are showing all these things which human being was having earlier, but now they have lost. These tokens means these symbols of love and affection which are shown by animals. Once they were shown by human beings, but now human beings have lost these things. Now these are left only in animals. So from where these animals got these symbols? Did I pass that way used times ago and negligently dropped them? So he says that civilization has corrupted human beings, and instead of teaching values to them, it has taught them greed. He believes in this poem that humans dropped these virtues a long time ago and have forgotten them. Even it means maybe then here how, from where these animals got these symbols which were which were with human beings earlier. Now from where these animals got these symbols which were with human beings earlier. So human beings have passed these symbols, or now here in a careless manner, negligently means in a careless manner, maybe human beings have passed these symbols to animals, or they have got by themselves. Means the main intention of poet is that all these qualities which were considered of human beings, now human beings are completely without them, human beings have lost them. These qualities can be seen only in animals. So as we have seen, this poem is a beautiful poem written by Walt Whitman, and as see in stanza number 4, here in 5th line, I wonder where. Here W letter has repeated, means alliteration poetic device is present here, and the whole poem is a great and beautiful example of alliteration. Alliteration and person. Alliteration is present in this W, repetition of W, as we know that as W has repeated. So many examples of alliteration has given in this, and now the complete and the whole poem is a great and beautiful example of personification. Personification, when something or someone, it means when someone is personified as a human being. Now here poet has presented all the animals as human beings with the qualities of human beings. So all the animals have personified. So we can say the complete poem is, the whole poem is a good example of personification. So students, as we have seen that here in this poem, animals are having all the qualities and they do not weep over their sins. They are always satisfied. They do not need to possess things, and they remain indifferent in pleasure and pain. For the reason, now poet wants to learn from animals, as they do not have any kind of falsehood. They are free from all types of trivial anxieties. So they are living natural life. That's why poet wants to join them. Poet wants to live in animals' world. So students, with this, now this poem has completed. Revise this poem, and if you get any confusion, any doubt, ask, and complete your work of this